If you clicked on this video, you have seen the headlines. Spinach are sending emails. Plants are connecting to technology. We are literally a hop, skip, and a pandemic away from Plants vs. Zombies in real life. Okay, I'm exaggerating. But in all seriousness, how did the superfood spinach become a focal point of a biotechnological innovation, and what is it actually capable of? That's what we're talking about today. First, as a scientist, I need to get out a couple of disclaimers. I am a biologist, not an engineer. I tried that for a year in college, but physics and I had a toxic relationship that ended badly. Second, I'm a PhD student in developmental biology, not a plant biologist. I do have a lot of experience in genetic engineering though, and I think the concepts that they used here are very similar. If you're still here, I assume you're interested in my take on this. When everybody saw this headline, including me, their brains instantly went, "Oh my God, spinach can communicate with us. Maybe they'll tell us when to water them so they don't die. Maybe they'll tell us how they feel about being planted and farmed. What if they can tell us their opinion on climate change? Or world politics? Or my hairstyle?" The thing is, plants don't have brains. They don't think, feel, or communicate like us. What they lack in neurological complexity, they make up for in biological sensing. They are constantly testing the air, the water, the ground in order to survive and maximize their reproductive success. We already know that plants uptake a lot of chemicals, including a lot of the chemicals that we put out into the environment. So how exactly are they sending emails? That's where things get interesting. The headlines are currently pushing a manuscript that came out in Nature Medicine in 2016 from a research group at MIT. If you thought this research was done within the past few months, that makes total sense because the way the media is pushing it is as if it just came out. Previously, researchers have been genetically engineering plants in order to get them to change their physical appearance in the presence of chemicals. For example, a group at Colorado State University genetically engineered tobacco plants in order to get them to lose their green color in the presence of TNT. However, this technique has limitations in that it takes time to see the response, and you can only do this within a few species. What this group at MIT has done is very different. This is actually plant bionics. It's the combination of plants and technology. This group published a paper about 10 years ago where they used a nanomolecule, a teeny little nanomolecule that produces a near-infrared signal. This type of signal is something very similar to what you would have from your TV remote whenever you turn your TV on. They attached this specific nanomolecule to a biological peptide, which is called bombolin. However, I may be totally mispronouncing that. The combination of this nanomolecule and this biological peptide still maintained that near-infrared signal. However, in the presence of a nitroaromatic, the chemicals that get released from explosives, you had a shift in that signal. Now, this would be something like your TV remote suddenly working for your other remote-controlled devices. That shift in that signal can be picked up by an infrared detector. You can imagine where this is going. You have plants that are biological sensors and take up chemicals from their environment. Not so shockingly, one of those chemicals is those nitroaromatics, or those chemicals that come from explosives. Now, all you need to be able to do is to get your nanomolecule into these plants. Thankfully, this was already done by a group at Indiana University about 10 years ago. You've now got the perfect storm. You've got your nanomolecule peptide combination in plants. You've found out that an infrared camera on a cell phone can actually detect that signal from the nanomolecule. Then your nitroaromatics come into the plant. This leads to a shift in your nanomolecule signal that gets detected by the cell phone, and then that cell phone sends an automatic email that can be sent to whoever you want it to. The EPA, the president, your middle school science teacher. This is cool. This is biology and technology interfacing. Move over Neuralink and Elon Musk. Spinach is already doing it, and they don't even have a brain. Okay. I need to calm down. This is not spinach telling us about their feelings, and the process seems time-intensive and variable. On top of that, you need to have a specialized camera pointing at your plant the entire time. But this system can be engineered to be better, and it could be adapted for other chemicals. The same group has already adapted this for arsenic in ferns, in case you're afraid of being poisoned or something. The sad news is that we're not going to be able to order specialized plants that can tell us when to water our ficus so they don't die. At least not anytime soon. That's all from me this time, guys. This is different from the type of video that I will be normally producing, but I had a couple of friends mention it to me, so I thought it would be something cool to talk about. Now, if you have any questions or comments, please put them below and I will try to address every single one. So next week, I'll see you guys again, and we'll be talking about how to label DNA with an in situ hybridization. Bye-bye.